Hi, I'm Chris Commers with the Chaska Education Association. I serve 732 teachers who serve students in the eastern Carver County schools. We are up here in Chaska and Chanhassen and Carver and Victoria, just about 15 or 20 minutes west of 494, the beltway around the Twin Cities metropolitan area. Congrats to Harry Boyd and Mari Strom with their new course, Reigniting the Spark. And hello, a shout out to all the educators in the room. I'm sorry that I'm not able to be with you all today. I want to take just a few minutes to talk a little bit about Harry's three frameworks of citizenship from a perspective of an educator, or at least my attempt at expressing the perspective of an educator. I think Harry has distributed the adaptation that I've made that might make some of these concepts and ideas more accessible to you all and maybe the folks that you serve. Uh, the questions that are laid out there really get at the heart of our work, I think, as educators. And rather than read all of this, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to try to give some examples for you that really come from my work here in Eastern Carver County Schools. So that first question, what is democracy? Um, it really is I can't think of a better example than our E12 public education system, not only in Minnesota but throughout the country. Uh, our educational system creates the space and the resources to do democracy, and I think whatever role we play in our educational system, we really are living out that ideal for democracy. That we're creating the skills and the sensibilities and the experiences that students have to perpetuate this democracy. The question there about what is a citizen, I think of calling myself or introducing folks to me as I'm a citizen teacher. And by that, I mean the co-creator, the partner, the advocate, the facilitator. And I want to tell you just a quick story about a friend of mine, Anna Edlund, another citizen teacher. She's an elementary school teacher who, over the last several years, has developed a partnership with the Rapids Lake Park. It's a local park that's part of the National Wildlife Refuge. And the National Wildlife Refuge folks several years ago were trying to think, how do we bring more people to the park? How do we use these resources and create citizens who are going to go to national parks? And so, working with Anna and our school district, they've embedded our learning standards for elementary school students into an experience at the park. And all of our elementary students spend several days in the park throughout the seasons of the year. It's just a tremendous project. Um, that takes us to citizenship. This idea, what is it? Um, I think of it as our doing our public work, that sustained effort by a diverse mix of people that creates a lasting or sustained public good. And again, it sounds like a great description for public education. Uh, we are seeing dramatic change in the diversity in our schools. More on that in a minute. And we also really are, if we're successful, um, the students who leave our school district are citizens who perpetuate our democracy. Um, what is justice? Uh, if you have paid any attention or been exposed to the news In the metropolitan area here, the Twin Cities, Chaska sadly has been in the news quite a bit, and not for great things. We're suffering the effects of prolonged institutional racism in our school district. Here in the West Metro, we're seeing increasing diversity over time, but when I arrived back in the early 1990s, we were really a small town and rural a school district, and that has dramatically changed. Today we have 20% of our students are students of color. Um, and so for us, or for me right now, that question about, why are you doing this public work? What's the purpose of public education? And it is that pursuit of social justice for all of our students. We are keenly aware that the 80% of our European American students, our white students, are going to go out into the world, and they're going to need the political skills, if you will, the interpersonal skills, the ability to navigate and negotiate uh, in a loving, caring, intelligent, and forgiving way as they meet the world after they leave high school. What are the key methods? Well, we are really using what we call personalized learning. We're trying to dismantle the last 100 years of education as I was educated, as many of you were educated. And what I mean by that is more really a sense of compliance and conformity, and making our way through an educational system that sorted and divided us. Uh, we're really trying to create the conditions so that the student, the learner, is in control as age appropriate and as developmentally ready, but that they really have a sense of agency in terms of owning their learning and getting their needs met as they move through our educational system. Really, seeing the relevance, the value, uh, the the purpose in their learning, and if they can see that, we think that students will be much more successful in terms of their the process of learning. Um, what's the mindset? Well, for us, and this is a growth area undoubtedly, but we're hoping for this mindset of abundance. Our culture, even our district at times, or the state of Minnesota, our federal system, the message really is scarcity. Uh, what are we going to? What are our choices? What are we going to cut? What are we going to give up? And we're really trying to flip that, to think about abundance in terms of um, how do we create more time. Uh, we have math teachers who started out about 5 years ago with 120 standards. Um, they now are going back and saying, that's way too many. There's no way that we can accomplish that. And we're inviting each other to go back and revise these things so that we can have the time and the space that students need to grow and to think, and really to do the type of learning that is authentic and sustainable and lasting. Well, thanks for your time. Good luck with the rest of your time together. And Harry knows how to reach me if there's anything more I can do, questions or conversations. I'd be pleased to do so. It's an honor to be with you, even by video today. Have a great day, and thank you.